I feel like you should do an intro. Simon's doing this.
Simon, come over here. Do an intro. Get in front of the camera. Come on. Do an intro.
All right, what's up, everybody? We're live here at Tech Bar Studios here at the Acronis Cyber Studio. You may see this as a little bit different than what you're used to seeing us since we do this virtual, but we're here live at the Acronis Cyber Fit Summit 2022. Here joining us, this is Powerhouse Ray,
Super Cousin Danny,
and Mr. James Irby.
Thank you.
Be honest, have you gotten that kind of intro anywhere else?
Never.
Okay.
Never.
So
Actually, you know what? I used to be a boxer, so similar intro.
Okay.
But not to that level.
Do you want us to give you time to go out and we'll prepare the walk-on music and you can get the robe and the...
No.
What color are your trunks? What color are your trunks when you go in the ring?
Blue and white.
Blue and white. Okay. All right.
Very
Cool.
nice.
Navy.
Very on brand too, with the Navy Acronis hat and the Navy shirt. Very, very on brand. So, James, I understand you've never been a guest on Tech Bar, and I'm going to go ahead and assume that you haven't partaken in the wonderfulness that is the Tech Bar podcast that we do on a regular basis. This is not your typical interviews and talking about product and all the other stuff that the more intelligent people like Dave Sobel and Palachuk and Paco do that stuff. We are the Jimmy Fallon of the tech group. So
I love it.
there you go. So we're going to learn a little bit about you, have a little fun with some games that we got prepared for you. So you may want to knock Danny out later. It's completely fine. I'm good with it. But let's get started.
It's actually understandable.
Yeah.
You'll get it.
Anyone else.
It's on the waiver that everybody signs before they come on. They say you may knock out Danny. It's covered. Don't worry about it.
Okay. And don't worry, I signed a waiver on my end too, so we're good.
Yeah,
I'm expecting it.
So James, tell us about yourself. Tell us about your role at Acronis. What do you do here besides boxing? Obviously.
Well, that was a long time ago. So my role with Acronis, I'm one of the solutions engineers for the cloud team.
Okay.
So I work with service providers to make sure that the solutions that we're offering meet the needs of their business.
Okay, so they're not talking out of their butts. They're like saying, we have these needs, and you come in and say, okay, this product will solve that problem when designed this way, implemented this fashion. This is what happens. You can get your customer nice and happy and protected.
Exactly.
Basically, is there a component? Because one of the things that's been amazing to me throughout this entire conference is the breadth of solutions that Acronis has. It is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So do you have
a big platform?
It's a huge platform with a single agent. How cool is that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So do you have a core component that is your like bread and butter, your subject matter expertise, or are you just like the all-knowing Sauron kind of guy?
I try to be all-knowing. Now, recently I've kind of more focused on the security side of things, and for this event I was more involved in the endpoint detection and response, the EDR.
Okay. That was a big topic yesterday and today, and talking about EDR and for those, like for the two people left on the planet in the MSP world that don't know what EDR is, can you tell us what EDR is and Acronis's take on that?
Sure. So if you don't know, EDR it gives you a little bit more insight into an attack, that those advanced attacks that may bypass other security controls like your signature-based or your heuristic-based anti-malware engines. Maybe something that's more like living off the land, and it takes any of these telemetry from the systems and takes events, correlates them into an incident, and says, hey, is this something that's a false positive or a true positive? And you can, further investigate that.
Okay, cool. You got that? I'm going to need you to repeat that. Everything he just said verbatim, word for word.
I know everybody understands that I'm Danny Parrott, that I'm going to repeat everything you say. So I'm going to just. So it's a joke that you weren't here for yesterday. So my last name is Laura, which basically in Spanish is a parrot, like talking. So repeat, pretty much.
Yeah,
that's my name.
Danny Repeat.
There you go, Danny Repeat. Actually, that's pretty on brand for Danny. So that actually works out really well. So the last semi-serious question we're going to ask: Acronis Core Cyber Protection. Those are a lot of fancy words. What the heck does it mean?
Core Cyber Protection. Okay, so we've kind of instead of, if you've known Acronis, like we started with the true image, this manipulation, stuff like that, backup recovery. We've taken that data protection. I don't remember the exact date. It was probably around 2017, something like that. We started adding in the active protection for ransomware protection. So started kind of transitioning into that security space. And so we've termed this cyber protection instead of data. It's a combination of data protection, cyber security. So that core cyber protection is the Acronis agent does have a certain amount of security management backup that's part of it. And then around that, you have flexibility of adding what we call advanced packs for depending on the functionality that you need. Additional security, disaster recovery, things of that nature.
That's been one of the cool things that I love that, we were talking yesterday with Michael and, we were talking about how back in my MSP days, you had an agent for everything. You had an agent for your EDR or back, your AV, and you had an agent for your remote control and your RMM and your dashboard. And like, it was 19, 20 agents on your computer at one time. It was nuts. And Acronis is accomplishing all this with a single agent where you can say, okay, well, we're going to do the BDR. We're going to do the EDR. We're going to do the cyber. We're going to do all these amazing things, all just with a single agent occupying a single set of resources, turn on and off as you need. That's really cool. And I don't think I can give you guys enough credit for doing what I haven't seen anybody else in our space do. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, we're trying to consolidate a lot of those actions that service providers typically had to use several different vendors for, take them into a single platform.
Yeah,
make their lives a little bit more efficient.
I mean, there's always been that single pane of glass, goal, right? Like that idea. And it's funny, we're here at this Cyber Summit, and for those that can't see, we have this like fishbowl where we're doing this stuff. They've made space for us, and we have all these people like walking by and pointing and poking at us, and including Kelvin Tehelar.
Yeah, they're here for you.
They're all here for you, sir. They're all here for you. All right. So we have a lightning round. Is that what you want to do, Simon? Cool. All right. Simon's giving me the thumbs up, so we're gonna go ahead and do. Danny, you want to kick this off? There are no right or wrong answers, except there are obviously right answers. Don't feel bad. We'll kick you out if you get it wrong. So,
Ray, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go off script on the questions because I see question number 4, and I kind of want to do that one first, if that's all right. Because it says a lot.
Here at the Tech Bar, we follow a very strict regimen where we follow our schedule.
So you got to follow the rules here, right? Protocols.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, James. So question number 1. Okay. Actually, no, I'm going to go with question number 4.
All
right. LA or New York?
Related to what?
Oh, see,
Just
okay.
pick.
See, that was my first thing. Like, are you visiting? Are you living there?
Yeah,
like
visiting. Would you rather visit LA or visit New York?
Well, I can tell you, unfortunately, I've never been to either. So
what is that?
Okay, so which one would
New
you?
York.
All right,
sir. You are a solutions engineer for a global company with 2,500 employees. Are you telling me, like, I know there's Acronis stuff in New York and LA, like you can't get them to fly you out? Like, what is that?
I probably could, but we have other people that are closer. Right?
Okay.
I'm based out of Arkansas.
Okay, so you're not hogging the ball. You're letting others
I'm
go
kind of
in.
in the center, and everybody else is on the coast. So I kind of just stay in my own little.
I got
spot.
you. So James is a team player. That's what I'm hearing
we're
here.
Trying to help you here, buddy.
Thank you. Yeah, I would love to go to New York.
So for since we're live streaming, any New York
Acronis,
or LA MSPs, if you want to have a solutions engineer, James, go out. James specifically, go ahead and request him. Just saying. All right,
excellent.
Go ahead, Danny.
No, you got the next one, brother.
All right, I think I'll go off script too. These are odd questions. What is something you could eat for a week straight?
Chicken and broccoli.
See, if you hadn't said you were a boxer, I would have said, okay, like you were a masochist.
That's kind of like your diet, right?
But like having been a boxer, okay, I can see you were like cutting weight and you're focusing on like good carbs and.
Well, when I say I was a boxer, this was like preteen type of boxer.
Dude, we're trying to give you credit here.
Okay,
I feel you're missing the mark.
I'm a little too humble.
Yeah. You were a heavyweight champion of, or welterweight champion. You were a champion.
I get it though because I said it yesterday. I was like preteen, yellow
Belt.
belt,
Yep.
Yeah,
Karate.
Karate.
karate. No,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
more. Karate Kid, man.
Because who was it? Was it Michael or Alex that was a judo?
Daniel's son.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
so that's how it
Yeah,
kinda
we're gonna
works.
keep him from waxing on and waxing off to get to
Yeah.
the next question. But
It's a healthy meal. You know,
Yeah.
you're not gonna get tired of it. You can always
No,
kind of class it
it's-
up a little bit.
you and I have different opinions of what we get tired of.
No, but you know
I'll
what?
give you
To be
a pass
fair,
there.
no, I will give him credit because that is it's a healthy meal and it's actually filling too.
I mean, to
Because-
be fair, yes, you can season the heck out of
It's
that
easy.
and like
Easy
go
to
nuts.
cook, easy.
Yeah.
Chicken.
All right. So James and I will go out drinking, but we're not going out eating dinner. Okay, fair enough. All right, Danny.
All right. I got another either or question here. Ready?
Okay.
Dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
Milk chocolate.
Damn.
That was
I didn't
quick.
even say milk
That was
chocolate.
quick. That was
That was
quick
all
and to the punch. Tudum-ch. That's
You know what? Honestly, there's no need for explanation because I get it.
That's the proper answer. I
I
mean,
get
that
it.
is. Yeah. And meanwhile, I know my wife is watching and probably commenting like dark chocolate, I like dark chocolate.
My-
You're not on the show. Too bad.
My,
So,
my wife likes dark chocolate, so I sample it now and then, and
Right.
I like it, but milk chocolate all the time.
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you
Do
100%.
just dip the dark chocolate in milk?
Yep.
There you go. That's
for
it.
sure.
There you go.
Done. All right. So Ray, go ahead with the last one.
Let's see. What are we doing here? We got. Why don't you do it? Because I've lost my place.
Awesome. So, what temperature do you like your thermostat at? Ooh, great question.
I feel like he's going to follow up with a what
You know
time of the
what?
day question.
I think time of the day kind of needs prefaces on
Right,
this.
because there's daytime and there's sleeping
All right,
time.
That's
so-
true. That's true.
So, what do you
Daytime.
set your thermostat at before you go to bed? That's fair.
Okay.
The daytime probably like 71, nighttime 69.
Yeah, and since this is a security conference, I'm going to
I
need.
kind of want to keep going there for a second, but I'm
That's
gonna
not even a change though.
I'm gonna leave it.
71 to
Leave it at
69. Like, what's the even point of that? Like,
Hey, it's
there's
2
no-
degrees.
You can
That-
feel
there
those
is
2
no-
degrees.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I sleep at 64, and if it's 66, I'm like, I get it. Like, I wake up and I'm like, I can feel it in the ether. So yeah. Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. So we have a game. This is called Florida, not Florida.
As you can see,
So you're from Arkansas. So
Yep.
I'm sure you've heard your fair share of Florida man stories,
Mhm.
right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you 2 rounds of questions, and you have to gauge if this is Florida or not Florida.
Okay.
Pretty simple. And if you get it wrong, you got to go boxing with Danny. No, I'm kidding. So Danny, you want to read off the first one, man?
sure. 14-year-old student steals $13,500 from grandmother's safe, gives money to classmates.
Not Florida.
Not Florida because they wouldn't give it to the classmates. I say not Florida.
No way.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with not Florida. We're not that altruistic at all.
We're not that.
That was
nice.
Midwest. That may have been Arkansas. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like.
that sounds more like us.
All right, let's see. This is who we got here. Oh,
Oh my God!
We're
It was
wrong.
Florida.
Florida,
Damn.
Marion County.
Ocala again.
This is the second time in
that
2
what we
days we
drink?
got Marion.
I feel like I'm the only one drinking it. You guys have got water. This
Okay,
is Tech
so
Bar.
hold on. So
What do you got in that? What do you got in this container?
Just water.
Just vodka.
Water.
Yeah.
it's
All
not.
right. all right.
It's vodka Red Bull. So here's the thing: the Tech Bar is a drinking show.
I know
um,
that's what I saw. That's
Yes.
From what I
So
saw.
you
that's-
came adequately
I was
prepared.
prepped.
You were prepped. So we did ask permission, but because it's a large company, to be fair, we couldn't get permission yet. So I do appreciate you coming on and drinking.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
And it
Maybe I'm
kind of made
breaking
it
the
easier
rules.
for me to drink my water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His water.
Water.
That's why he's not drinking that water. He's drinking that water.
Well,
Gotcha,
this water
gotcha.
is like it's a very nice thermostat
It's a
that you
good-looking
guys
bottle.
gave us.
Oh, wow.
And,
I need one of those.
you do have it. It's in the bag, man.
All right, let's go with the second question here. Since I'm the only one left out without something to drink here. All right. Woman climbs into McDonald's drive-through to cook her own food. I
Oh,
wanna
wow.
know, Simon, when you pick this up, like I'd like to know, like, were they able to finish cooking? Like, were they there 5 minutes?
It's
So he
it's
had a
impressive
problem-
she was able to even
Right.
drive through the drive-through.
Right.
The problem is he gives us I feel like this needs more context.
There's always more questions than answers on these points. And he's like, there's none. Too bad.
Not Florida.
Not Florida. Danny?
What you got?
Not
Danny?
Florida.
I'm gonna go not Florida with.
I'm gonna go with 49 over.
Yes.
Yes. Where though?
Yeah, but where?
California.
California.
Oh, okay.
They
I
know
wasn't
how to
expecting
party.
that.
I've heard they know how to
makes
party.
you feel happy that you picked New York over LA, right?
There you go.
There you go.
There you go, James. So much for hanging out and coming with us,
Yeah, I
man. We
appreciate
appreciate it. Now you can get the hell out since you're drinking and we're not. I'm not saying I'm salty.
Hey,
I'm just
we'll be
saying
drinking later, right?
we'll be.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah, that's
definitely
the
be
plan.
drinking later.
That's
That's the
the
plan.
That's the plan.
Absolutely. We'll be talking about LA and New York next time. Thanks so much, dude, for coming on.
Yep.
All right.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Simon, so we have our next guest. We have, let's see who we have here. I should probably be able to bring in my show notes. Be very.
It's JD.
JD Berm, sales engineer at Acronis. You were well. Okay, so let's get you mic'd up. Have a seat. JD's very excited, and initials that I
As he
love
should be.
from Scrubs. One of my favorite characters in Scrubs. Right? Yeah. How often do you get that shit?
Not that often, actually.
Really?
No, I get juvenile delinquent a lot more.
Which one is more accurate?
Oh?
I mean, is there a difference between the two characters?
No,
Not really. I'm almost 40, though, so that
Okay.
the juvenile thing doesn't fit much anymore.
But you roll with it, right?
I
You roll
with
it.
Yeah,
All right. So we got to jump into this because you're a sales engineer
correct.
and James is a solutions engineer.
Well, technically, I'm a solutions architect.
Oh, you're
Oh.
big dog. Okay. All right.
Get
So,
ready
it's
to
all the same.
explain.
It's
Yeah.
all the same crap.
all right. So, what does solutions architect mean, and why isn't James good enough to have it? No, I'm kidding.
It boils down to tenureship, right?
Oh, okay.
I've just been here
Uh,
dealing with it longer than he has.
how long have you been with Acronis?
If you count, so I used to work for an outsourced company. That's
Okay.
where I got my start. And I actually, James worked there too. It was, if you count that, I'm close to 11 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Oh, wow.
we only had cloud storage when I started.
Uh-huh.
Everything was on premise.
Right.
And then I've been through all the transitions from, hey, we're only selling to SMBs and maybe mid-market enterprise,
Yeah.
all the way into the MSP transition. So
What
I've
a
been through
wild
all.
ride, though, right? Like, because in my MSP days, I only knew Acronis for backup.
Yeah.
And like an enterprise backup, and you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Like, and all this, like, this is a whole new world to me.
Yeah.
You know.
No, it's funny. Like, you'll talk to some of our customers and they're like, oh, I don't know Acronis. And we'll be like, True Image? And they're like, oh, I know True Image.
Yeah, we all know that one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So
That's cool. So what has been, since you have 11 years, I feel I want to pick that apart a little bit.
Sure.
And did you know James before that?
oh, yeah.
oh,
No,
you-
no, not before we started. He was my peer at
At the outsourcer?
the
and then-
outsourcer. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
still pretty cool, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
awesome.
He, so that was right when I got hired direct. So he kind of
Okay.
took my position at the outsourcer.
Oh, nice.
And then I went into field sales, and I've been in
Yeah.
field sales ever since. So
And you're like, taste my dust.
kind of. I mean, we work on different markets, right?
Yeah.
So now we're both technically field sales.
Okay.
I do all of our enterprise business, so I
Okay.
really don't deal with our MSPs too often.
So why are you on the show? Get the hell out.
Right? No, I asked the same question. I was like, I don't know anything about MSPs. Like,
Yeah.
you want to talk about, like,
Anna, can you correct this, please? No, I'm kidding.
right? Like, no, but I deal with them enough. Like, we've moved to now that enterprises,
Yep.
they are MSPs in their
Oh,
own
yeah.
way.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
You get that big, you cannot treat IT traditionally. So,
So we've covered a lot. So we have another show called MSP Dispatch where we cover news and slightly more serious than this. But we've covered that where like outsourcing to MSPs in the enterprise space is very, very common now,
Mhm.
especially like with the incoming, economic decline that we're expecting for next year and stuff.
Yep.
Outsourcing has become a huge thing,
Yep.
and MSPs are perfectly poised to take advantage of that market. So with the tools that Acronis builds, it already has the reputation in the enterprise space. I mean, talk about win-win scenario, right?
yeah, you've got to, depending on the enterprise you're going into, right? So
Right.
you could break enterprise down into IT, regular old IT, right? That's
Yeah.
Linda help desk with her laptop.
I can't print. I'm out of cyan.
Yeah. You've also got operational technology, which is
Right.
a completely different monster. Cloud is a 4-letter word there. You
Oh,
don't,
yeah.
So we work great in both spaces.
Yeah.
So we have huge partnerships with a lot of the process controls vendors.
Yeah.
So we OEM, like they OEM us. So like you go buy something from like Honeywell or Experian, Honeywell Experian or like Emerson. They brand it, but it's Acronis. It's
And
just
that-
our on-premise
And
product.
that's a perspective that like none of the other competitors, and we're not talking about our competitors, but none of the other competitors have that, where they have that experience, not only providing a direct to market solution, but also providing OEM products for others to rebrand or rebadge or
Yep.
whatever. And it's the same high level of sophistication with the product. It's pretty amazing.
And it's a big key is you've got to be simple, right?
Yeah.
Because when you go into the OT space, there's not dedicated IT folks.
Right.
These are like chemical engineers, electrical engineers
They just want it to work.
that have to have they have to wear a second hat. Like, okay, now how do I back this system up? Because if it breaks, hey, this chemical refinery is going to melt down and explode,
Right.
right? Like that's the stuff they're
Yeah.
dealing with. So
Yeah.
like our simplicity really plays a huge part in why we've got such a strong footprint there. And a lot of people don't know about that footprint we have because they see us for home or MSP type stuff.
That's one of the amazing things is like, it's not so much what are all the million things you can do. It's just do this one thing really, really well. And we don't want to do anything else because it's a toaster. We just want to turn on and make my damn toast. And it
really doesn't need to be a smart toaster, right? I mean, the Death Star toast is cool. Like when you get those toasters.
I feel you're attacking me at this point.
No, I'm all for the Death Star toast, right?
Did you update the app for the toaster?
No. I don't have anything IoT at home, right? I'm the guy who's like, the printer made a noise. Let's shoot it.
That's all right. So I want to talk about, we do have like some predefined questions here. I feel like we should cover, it's your event. It's Acronis.
Yeah.
They're putting us up here. We should cover some Acronis stuff, right?
Yeah.
So the one serious question I'm going to ask you is, can you talk about advanced management with cyber scripting?
Yeah, I absolutely can. So,
which no wonder you were talking to Kelvin out there.
Yeah, because we shared the session, right?
Right. Yeah.
He got the good part. He got to actually do the product demo.
Right.
I had to talk to slides, which is terrible for a sales engineer.
It wasn't bad though. It wasn't. You know what I liked about it? While you were talking on stage, because you guys have set up TVs along the sidelines, because like you and Kelvin, like Kelvin brings up Visual Studio Code, and like you can't see the little lines of whatever, but you can walk up to the TV that you guys have set up and look at it right in front of you. So I thought that was really brilliant. I thought that was great.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I kind of led into that, right? We were talking about two different things because advanced management really breaks down into two. You could almost put it three different parts, right? Cyber scripting is a big part of it, and that's huge, right?
Yeah,
that's the newest feature that's a part of it. It gives you that script repository. You can run the scripts from there. So like on like GitHub or something like that, you're not having to pull and then push through like something else. It's all right there. The other aspect of it is like our patch management and then some of our inventory software that we have, right?
And the ability to unpatch. That was a huge thing.
Yeah, the rollback, the fallback. Yeah, that's huge. And that goes into, and you'll see it in our security pieces. You're seeing it with like our capability of doing malware scans against backups when they're cold. Right? You don't have to do it on a live machine.
So you're not occupying those resources. You're not slowing down the machine. And, that ability, and that only comes from a company. And now it feels like I'm shilling. I feel a little bad for saying this. But like it only comes from a company that has the patching and the RMM solution, the security solution, and the backup solutions, and has experience with that breadth of resources that has the ability to say, oh, your patch screwed some things up. We're going to unscrew it. We're going to go back.
It up. Yeah, exactly. And that fallback is huge, right? And that's why... If you go look back a few years ago, there was a company bought another security company to try and do that. But all they were doing is selling a bundle of two different products that didn't talk to each other, right? So that integration, advanced management is just one example of it, right? You get into security with our EDR solution that James showed, like the capability of, let's do a backup. What other EDR can do that? Right? Like, let's do a recovery without having to drop into another console and then, let me find what asset tag it was or what machine
and how cool is that? You've been doing this over a decade where like you see like everybody else, they buy these products to kind of merge maybe-ish into it. But you guys are the product other people buy to kind of replicate the functionality. Yeah.
And that's the hardest part is like, so many people are used to like, okay, I've got a separate team for this. I've got a separate team for this. And that leads to sprawl. You've got some guys that are specialized in this. You've got some guys that are specialized in that. Now you're reducing and consolidating that staff. They all can do the same thing because it's all the same console. They're learning one product. And if something goes wrong, they only have one neck to strangle.
Absolutely.
They can call me and say, hey, stuff's broken. And I can help fix it for it, right? They don't have to bounce.
You're the architect. You're not the engineer. Like, I keep a shake because he can't hear us. It's only live streamed to thousands of watchers. Don't worry about it.
That's all right.
It's all good.
So you want to get into the lightning round questions, Danny?
Sure.
Cool. Let's do it.
I got the hard-hitting question now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm from Utah. I'm from Utah. Take it easy.
Well, then this might be kind of rough.
Okay.
You ready?
Ready.
Favorite ice cream flavor?
I'm boring. I'm a vanilla guy, but French vanilla. Okay. I like a complex vanilla.
Okay. The only reason he's accepting this is because he's also a vanilla guy.
Yes.
Get James back in here.
It's like chocolate is chocolate.
Yeah.
No. See, here's the biggest
chocolate
thing.
Is the boring answer now.
No.
Everybody likes chocolate because they got to be edgy.
Chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay, I've never had some Breyers chocolate ice cream. Be like, yo, I'm edgy. What's up?
Although I am very weird. My favorite ice cream flavor.
First of all, you could have stopped it. I'm very weird, and it would have been acceptable. Like that would have been accurate.
Well, I need to explain the weirdness though.
Okay.
All right. So cookies and cream.
Okay, I get it.
I don't like Oreos.
No, okay.
Yeah.
But like a cookies and cream milkshake, that hits different.
That
hits different.
It does.
because then you're
Yes.
not like having a crunch. You're
does.
not having to deal with the
Yes.
dryness of the cookies. You're just bomb the milkshake.
Oh, I'm with it 100%.
But I
Yeah.
still won't have Oreos.
Oh, no. Well,
Do you know
It's
this?
kinda weird.
So
I know, I'm telling
they
you.
sell the
No,
I'm to
Oreo.
that point now. I used to be an Oreo guy, and then I'm like, as my taste buds have evolved, i.e., I've gotten old,
Okay, so what have you evolved
we're in
into? What is the
another
snack
level.
choice today? I mean,
sugar-free Red Bull.
and we're not sponsored, but actually we are by Acronis. My bad. Anyway, no. So like, do you know they sell like sugar-free Red Bull, or I'm sorry, sugar-free Red Bull? They sell the Oreo wafers, but they don't sell the cream separately. How does that make any sense whatsoever?
None.
If I'm gonna go
And
buy
like-
something,
The only way I could see that making sense is if you need to buy it to break it up to build the cheesecake.
see,
with
they
an
do
Oreo
that for
crust.
baking.
Yeah.
But nobody's ever bought like a mega stuffed, like mega thick cracker. That doesn't exist, right?
No.
Like
Yeah.
that's some BS. Anyway, so yes, we do have an extra headset. Why are you asking me?
Oh.
Simon's messaging us in the green room, and I'm like, and I see him doing these like moves like yoga, Vogue. Yeah,
The Kung Fu fighting?
he's like, dun, dun, dun.
Are we good?
Yeah.
All right. So you just had a spasm for no reason.
All right. So
All right.
I'm gonna hijack this question because this is the most interesting lightning round question I've seen in the years we've been doing this.
I already know which one.
If Voldemort offered you a hug, would you accept?
What is it? Voldemort in the back of that dude's head?
Right, that makes a difference. That makes a difference because that's weird.
what I was
Right?
It's
Like,
weird.
which
Like,
form?
Is it like
then am I
baby
hugging, like I'm
Voldemort?
hugging a dude from
Yeah.
behind? Like,
Yeah, it's a little
like-
odd. Yeah. I have to say like full form, like book 7, book 6, like full form.
No,
Voldemort.
no.
yeah, okay.
No
okay.
nose.
No nose.
No nose. Yeah, no nose is actually good. It's a
I
good
mean,
description.
So, okay, let's roll this back a little bit. I've got sphinxes, the
Okay.
naked cats.
Okay,
They're kind of like,
what are their names? Because we have one of our BDRs has
you
one
ready
named
for
Raw.
this?
Okay.
Dobby and Tonks. I have two.
Do you throw socks at Dobby? Like
We took a picture of him the other day. He because they seek out heat. So we were doing laundry. We had
Yeah.
a sock just sitting on the bed, and he was
Yeah.
laying on it. My wife straight took a picture. Was like, Dobby's a free elf.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
So
That
full
is
form
phenomenal.
Voldemort. I mean, I dig the snake. So
Yeah.
Can I?
So we refer to Simon as Dobby every once in a while. Like,
I mean, he's got socks. You're free, right?
yeah. Oh, we give him socks all the time. Thanks
a
for
common-
vendors giving us socks.
Yeah, IT thing, right?
Don't get fooled. That's a booster chair.
Yeah.
Oh
Don't
man.
get fooled.
All right, so Danny, since it's 650 already or 550, you want to go into the rate that film?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
All right,
Okay.
so rate that film. We have 3 films that we've selected,
Cool.
we've selected. We just come on and let's talk trash.
Oh no.
So you're going to do these are Rotten Tomatoes, to which we have no idea like what the qualifiers are,
Oh no.
and
So by customer or not customer, but I guess
viewer.
film viewer. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
which
yeah.
one's ranked top based off what Rotten
Yeah.
Tomatoes?
right,
So
you're going to
basically
put them
we're
in
gonna-
order.
Right. So basically, what we'll do is we'll start with your third,
Okay.
second, and see
Okay.
where it goes.
Yeah. So we have RoboCop. We have. Can you read that? I'm not wearing my glasses. The Future of Law Enforcement.
Yep.
We have Star Wars: Return of the Jedi, arguably one of the
One of-
better
Mhm.
of the trilogy, and we have Aliens. I can't read the bottom.
Aliens.
That's just
It doesn't
That's
matter.
the
It's
second.
the second
That's the
one,
second
which
one,
is
okay.
which, for me, my favorite.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you
I'll
pay
take
more
it.
attention to these than I do. Do the sequels typically do better?
Wait, is that a RoboCop sequel? I
No,
That's
that's
what I'm
the
saying.
original.
No, this is original.
RoboCop. Yeah,
so
okay, okay.
original, third, sequel.
Because I was
Yeah,
gonna
that's
say,
not the
like,
remake.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
actually-
not the
original.
remake.
So this
yeah.
is
the
we're
original.
talking 1, 2, 3. If we're really talking in order of
Well, you're a Star Wars fan. Of course, you're going to say that
Well,
Star Wars.
no, I'm not
I think he's
rating
talking
them.
like in order, like which.
Oh,
No,
okay,
I'm
okay.
saying like this was the first movie, this was the second movie, the franchise, this was the
Oh
third
yeah,
movie. the
yeah,
franchise.
technically,
yeah,
yes.
That's what I'm
Yes,
going
You
with.
are correct.
So, for me personally, it's gonna be RoboCop third,
Okay.
Alien 2nd,
Mhm.
Return of the Jedi number 1.
You don't like Officer Murphy?
Whether you're
Officer
right or
Murphy?
wrong, I agree.
Well, okay, let's be honest. For the memes, RoboCop is great.
Oh, it's fantastic. I
Right?
mean,
Yeah,
and all the best memes came out of the 80s. That's all I'm
of course,
saying.
of course,
Like,
of course. It might be a different story if it was Alien and not Aliens.
Yes, right. I
Yes,
agree with you.
but-
Because that was more horror. This was more like action. And
Yeah.
actually, I preferred this one.
Let's be
I
honest.
really liked it.
Return of the Jedi is like when they actually got kind of serious. I mean,
Yeah.
other than the Ewoks, but
This
like,
was the
who doesn't-
slower of the 3.
Yeah,
Definitely
it was
more,
like
more
yeah,
drama.
Well, they
More.
were
Yeah,
trying to-
Return of the Jedi, everything
Yeah.
was set up.
They were
Right.
wrapping.
You
They had to wrap it
everything.
up.
Yeah.
You
Well, they
knew
had to wrap
everything.
it up before they needed more money.
Right.
But
No, that's the
20
truth.
years later.
Yeah. We get
Digital
Jar Jar.
remix.
And we get Jar Jar.
Yay.
Yeah, oh.
Ooh. All right.
the
So
ultimate Sith.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
That was his. Oh.
Man, if that would have come
I
to
feel-
fruition, I really.
Oh.
We went from
But-
getting my guy
God,
to
but
getting
still-
Danny's guy. You got vanilla. You got cookies and cream. You got Jar Jar as a Sith.
Okay, I'm gonna throw myself under the bus though.
Oh.
I'm a Trekkie more than a Star Wars guy.
I don't
Okay.
hate it. I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either.
I just
I
want
don't-
that future.
So I'm going to ask you a question that should be on
You
the
know
lightning
what's
round.
funny? I actually saw a documentary where they said that Star Trek A, you have the teleport and all that.
Yeah,
like,
I mean-
beam me up, Scotty, and all that stuff. But then at the one point, the one thing that we surpassed them was telecommunications. We
Yeah,
basically
well, I
have a
mean,
computer.
if you think
My
of, like, if
tricorder.
you think TNG, right? Like
Yeah.
if you look at Picard when he's in the,
Yeah.
you guys have got that, right? Like
Right.
I pick it up and I can do. But they were even behind this because they
Yes.
had a different pad for every single thing.
Right,
You guys
right.
just swipe and then you're there.
So
Yeah.
I will give you a question real quick before we get to this. If you had to pick a universe to live in, would you pick in Star Wars universe or would you pick Star Trek universe?
I feel like it was
Trek.
See,
but it's like
People are still fighting for money and credit.
so
in
that's
Star Wars.
yes, that is the thing.
Yes.
There is
That is
thing-
the truth.
So I would absolutely live in the Federation because everything's
Yeah.
taken. Energy
It's a
is free,
utopia.
it's a
There's no
utopia.
money for anything. Everybody
Like-
has plenty.
Yeah, if
You
you look
can
at
travel anywhere. Yes.
If you look at DS9, then I get
Yeah.
painted like you're out of the Federation. You need to have
Yeah.
credits like gold press platinum, right? Like,
right.
but that's outside of the Federation. I'd be
Well, and
I'm
if
a
you wanted to
hardcore
play with lightsabers, go to the lightsabers, go to the hollow room,
Yeah.
and just have
It's
fun.
a holodeck. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a holodeck
holodeck.
there.
the holodeck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. We
All right.
asked this on dispatch.
So
All right.
final answer is going to be third is RoboCop, right?
Yeah, third is
All right,
RoboCop.
go ahead,
Second
Frank.
is Alien.
All right. So let's see. RoboCop, 91%.
91.
That's a
Wow.
pretty solid number.
There's a
All
lot
right.
of fanboys for
Hold
Oh,
this
yeah.
up,
Man.
Mary.
if
oh,
he only had a heart.
98.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh,
This
Oh,
better be
this hurts me.
99 or higher.
Oh, that
Oh,
hurts my
what?
heart. This is BS. Simon, I called you altered this. This is Photoshopped, right? Oh, no. No, Dobby, you are not getting a sock. No, there is no way in the world.
There's no universe that
Let's be
RoboCop.
honest. There's plenty of Star Wars haters out there.
Oh,
that
yeah.
probably just went and review bombed.
Including Star Wars fans that are Star Wars haters.
Oh,
so.
there's no one who hates Star
Yeah.
Wars more than a Star Wars fan.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So
That is probably the truest statement I ever heard in my
so
life.
I'm switching this under duress, but we'll go ahead and go to the next one.
Oh no.
Ooh, Karate Kid 2.
Ooh.
He goes
So-
to Okinawa.
So first I feel we have to ask, is this a Christmas
Oh,
movie?
absolutely.
Okay.
Yes.
You knew that question was coming.
Oh, I knew it was. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, it's a Christmas movie.
And, what is it?
Greatest Christmas movie of all time.
Yeah.
What is it? Nakatomi Tower, Karate Kid 2. I don't remember Karate Kid 2. What was that?
Isn't that the one where he
That-
goes to Japan?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okinawa.
yes, yeah,
Okinawa.
yeah.
That's what I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
saying.
yeah, and he fought on that little island thing. Okay, yeah. And then Abyss.
So the hard part about this is the art heads are
Yeah.
going to be all about the Abyss because
Oh,
of
of
the.
course.
I mean, it
The
was,
visuals.
yeah.
At
it
the
was a
time, those
phenomenal,
visuals are insane.
visually phenomenal movie.
Right. It's like
Absolutely.
until the Dune remake, right? Like,
Yeah. Well, and that's what Star Wars doesn't get enough credit for. It. The actual special effects that were done specifically for Star Wars in the 70s,
was insane.
insane.
I mean, they stuffed a man in a little tin can and made him roll around and beep.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, we had Ewoks,
Yeah.
which they never said the word in the movie. But anyway, so all right, so what are we going with here? Because we're running short on time.
Okay. Third has got to be Karate Kid 2.
Okay.
Second is Abyss. Die Hard's number 1.
See, I agree with you on Karate Kid 2. I'm thinking 3, 2, 1 for the Abyss only because of the visuals of the Abyss.
I think the Christmas heads are going to blow up Die Hard.
Because these are viewers, these are not
These are-
critics.
yeah, they're viewer. And
I think it's going to be 3, 2, 1.
All right, so let's
All right, so we'll go with yours. So you're saying Karate Kid
Kid is
3
number 3.
is number 3.
take it off,
All right.
Danny. Let's see what
Yes.
we got.
Oh, shit. It's not looking good for me right now.
If you go, I guarantee you the original is probably a lot higher.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead. Got it.
Definitely
Taking
not
out.
looking good for me.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
And we got.
Come on.
Oh, you were on the money.
There
You
we
were
go.
on the money.
There we go.
Good job.
Awesome, dude. Dude, you killed it. Thank you so much.
No,
We
I
appreciate
appreciate you
you.
guys having
Thanks
me
for
on.
coming on, man.
This is a great
Appreciate
little
it, JD.
conversation. I can do this
Mr.
all day.
Architect. You know.
Architect. Yeah, let's give me a random. I'm a sales engineer. Let's be honest. I just have
Dude,
different
you like
title.
vanilla. You lost me at vanilla. I mean, let's be honest.
Don't
have
sleep
me-
on vanilla. Go get some
I like
French
vanilla. I like French vanilla. I have nothing. I've made French vanilla. I have nothing against it.
Yeah.
That's not my go-to. My go-to is mint chocolate chip. That is my happiness.
At least it's not like a Neapolitan where
If
I've
it
got to
makes you
have
Oh,
feel
no,
better.
Neapolitan is if you hate
Like,
your kids.
so
That is not.
that's
yeah.
like I can't decide.
Yeah.
Like the indecisive person, I'm just gonna get this box that has.
If
everything.
you're in an after-school program, that's what the Neapolitan's for.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like that's with vanilla wafers. Get the hell out. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I hear you.
All right.
DD, if
All
it
right,
makes you
guys.
feel better, you have me at vanilla.
Yes.
All right, that's all
I
that matters.
got, I'm hitting
That's
50 here. So
There you go.
Awesome. Thanks so
All right,
much,
guys.
dude. Thanks for
joining
coming
us,
on.
JD. I
have a good show. You
appreciate
guys hitting the.
Oh,
the
we'll
galley?
be at the party
Oh, we'll
afterward.
be there.
Absolutely.
I'll
Yes.
see you guys there.
All right.
All right.
We got to get 2 headsets out because we have not one but 2 guests
Whoa.
coming in. I was trying to figure out why Simon asked if we had a 4th set of headphones. I did not know. But first, we got coming in. I cannot read. You got Chris Watts. I mean, it's not JJ Watts, so whatever. But But we got Chris Watts, Mr. Head of Global Sports Marketing at Acronis,
And then we got Ronan
Yes.
McCurtain.
Correct,
That's it.
McCurtain.
All right. Excellent.
McCurtain. All right, VP of Europe over at Acronis. Okay, I got to start, gentlemen. What in the world is global sports marketing? Are you like picking like race cars? Are you picking like?
So we work
He
with
he does nothing.
Yeah,
It sounded like a nothing. It sounded like a nothing.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
gotta
made
think
up,
what I'm gonna
made up
say.
title.
So we work with a lot of sports partners, and
Oh.
we provide cyber protection to them. But as part of the partnership,
Really?
we get the opportunity to do some pretty cool stuff for us and for our MSPs and our partners.
Yeah.
So my job is to sit there, look at what we have, and make sure that we use it in the right way for our business and for our partners.
Wow.
So that's what global sports marketing is, in a
That's-
nutshell.
in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this dude just like super flexed, and he's like, "Yeah, we protect the teams on the field. We protect, the groups that Simon's taking pictures from the fishbowl. This fishbowl is the most like surreal experience because people keep walking by. I wanted to play like tic-tac-toe on the glass. I was told we can't do that, so whatever. All right, so VP of Europe, you don't like get like everybody else's solutions architect, solutions engineer, or this like made up global sports marketing, but like you get VP of a continent. What is that? Like,
Hey Ray, I'm still trying to figure that out. So
I mean,
And happy to be doing it.
yeah, exactly. Apologies for the voice as well. I've been
it's
No,
been a
it's all
crazy
right.
couple days.
It has,
I.
it has.
Yeah. So
Miami will do that to you.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's
Yeah.
okay.
yeah. We blame the bartenders. We blame Max over at Cote. He took care of
Yeah.
us.
I think
So-
I think it was the guy with the drum on the bar the other night, and he was banging the drum as I
Yeah.
was trying to talk 2 feet away from him.
And,
So,
and we're blaming that, right?
yeah,
We're blaming.
exactly.
Yeah.
It wasn't a drink or anything. So.
We're not checking the water bottles. It's okay. It's okay. Very smart to make them opaque. Very intelligent move. So VP of Europe, what does that mean at the MSP or at the enterprise level? What does that mean exactly?
Well, basically, I head up the sales organization in Europe. So we've got teams probably in most countries in Europe where we have distribution account managers, service provider managers. And we just basically take our go-to-market strategy in Acronis and try and sign up some partners and make some money. And so it's there's about 100 people in the field sales organization, about 200 people in inside sales in Europe. So about 300 people right across Europe trying to grow the Acronis brand. And then we got to work alongside people who do nothing every day, like Chris. So,
He's like, well, I get in a sports car
Chris,
and I
you're just-
drive NASCAR.
Chris,
and
you're
I-
just happy to be
An
here.
official
huh?
racing driver. Right?
yeah. I saw you in the jumpsuit earlier, and I saw you getting
Yeah.
ready with the harness and the So that's cool. So so I would imagine you're based out of Europe.
I'm
Right.
Irish, but I live in the UK.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So yeah.
And what about you?
I'm Welsh and I live in the UK, but I live in Manchester.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are there any like sports rivalries going on here? Is this
Oh yes. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
yes.
In rugby, yeah,
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah, and football as well.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So tell them who you support.
Well, I used to work at Manchester City.
Well, you would
Ah,
expect
Man
Manchester
City.
United. I mean, right?
Well,
no.
it's a city, man.
Yeah,
Well, see, I don't know this.
Don't
stuff.
get it confused.
if
I'm
you're
a
gonna-
football. I'm an American
Hey,
football guy.
this
So
is my
okay.
area, all right? You
So
just
I'm gonna
say
go ahead and take my
secret.
headset
A little
off.
secret, I was at United before City, and you're not meant to cross over. But there you go. But yeah, I was at Manchester City, so since I've worked there, and I have a lot of friends there, I'm still a big fan of Manchester City, and they kind of clash with the team from an hour away that Ronan's a big fan of. So
Liverpool
Yeah.
football.
Ah,
Yeah.
Liverpool.
yeah,
This man's
you
actually
guys-
a big football fan. He's gone overseas.
American and soccer.
Yeah, I'm a
and
big
I love-
American
Well,
in soccer. Yeah.
I don't mean disrespect. We just call it soccer.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
just us, right?
Don't worry.
Well, I was
But
so
I do. I
mad.
follow it all.
I was so mad the other day. I was watching a trivia show where a gentleman was giving questions to his wife, and he mentioned Manchester United and some other team. I forgot. Let's say Liverpool. And so, and he goes, "These are teams of what sport?" And she said, "Football." And he said, "No." And I'm like, no, that's absolutely football. Like, I get I'm American, but that's absolutely football. And she's like, European football. And that was the right answer. I was screaming at my phone. It was like, so.
Well, actually,
You know what that means? It was an American show.
yeah.
Oh, no. Well,
That's all it
it was
means.
TikTok. It was
Well, all right.
So Daniel, who do you support?
Real Madrid,
Okay.
family.
I used to-
Family's from there, and I like.
I used to like you, but I've suddenly gone off you. So
that happens
I mean,
a
I'm
lot
being
on this
honest.
show. Believe
Yeah.
it or not, that's pretty common.
Well, we had Steve McManaman here,
Yeah.
ex-Real Madrid, ex-Liverpool.
Yeah.
So we were
What?
perfect.
Where?
He was here
Yeah.
the whole show.
See, I get excited for Magic Johnson. You have different priorities,
Yeah.
right?
he played football with us this morning as well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Tell him who won. Who won the football this morning? There you go.
Europe beat the US today, or Europe beat or Americas today.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wow.
so massive rivalry. I've got the trophy
the
on the
trophy.
ground
Oh,
over
that's
there.
awesome.
So yeah, it was really good.
Can we show
Actually,
the trophy
Simon,
on camera?
Simon, bring
Can
the
you?
trophy
Yeah, yeah.
if that's all right.
We had Steve McManaman on one side.
Yeah.
And we had
So it's pretty
Patrick
good.
Willis and Santana Moss on the other side.
This is very
What?
cool.
Yeah. Out on the lawn this morning.
And then
That is
American
fantastic.
Yeah, we had to have two. We had to have two NFL players.
No, hey, you had your time
Hey,
yesterday.
no, you were
man.
yesterday. Get out of here. Get out of here.
All right, let me hold it so I can feel like I was part of
Yeah,
it.
feel the weight
It's
of
a
it.
little bit heavy, so it just
That's a
Oh,
proper
wow,
trophy.
that's got
Oh my
some-
God, it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
It was heavy.
yeah,
It's a big game.
Cyber Dragon trophy. So.
Damn, Patrick
Apparently, it's a
Willis.
World Cup this year, but this is a bigger game.
No, this is a much bigger game. Yeah, and we thank you for bringing it to us and letting us
Actually,
keep it.
how do you
We-
guys
thank
feel
you for
about
that.
World Cup being in the winter?
Oh, that's an interesting one. Oh wow. I think it's a bit strange to have. I think it's something nice
Yeah.
about the World Cup in the summer. You know, the at least in the UK, you got the long nights and you can watch football all day, and it's a great festival of football. And I think this year it's going to feel a bit strange to be watching it in the evening, in the dark evenings, and obviously Qatar is getting a lot of press at the moment for a lot of the wrong reasons.
Well, it's
and-
just at that point, I'm just thinking it's just a money thing.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's just money.
But the thing is, as you know, I don't do any work. I just hang around with sports stars.
We assumed.
I
We
know,
assumed.
but
I mean,
recently-
it's been mentioned several times.
Recently, recently I've been with a couple of guys and I've asked them, like, what do you think of Qatar for the World Cup? And they told me they don't care. It's going to be an amazing World Cup. So I'm coming round to it. I wasn't around to it before, but I'm hopeful it's
I
going to be.
think it's the global impact on our environment, right? That's the bit that annoys. Building all these football stadiums
Oh
and
yeah.
air
Yeah.
conditioning and
Yeah.
everything else, right? So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just, it seems wrong to me.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there's another thing I don't even want to get into. Apparently, the laws in Qatar is kind of a little different
Yeah,
than
yeah.
every
Yeah,
other
yeah.
nation as far as
Yeah.
alcohol consumption.
Maybe
But-
this is a way to shine a light on that and maybe do something
Maybe.
about it as
Yeah.
well, right? So
You're not wrong.
You never know. Right?
Yeah.
So Ray, I got a question for you.
Sir,
Who's your football team? Your American football.
American football team.
Oh,
So I'm
You
born.
better say the right. I swear to God, if you say that,
This is a point of contention between us.
I hate him.
So
much.
we're both born and raised in Miami,
Okay.
and I have a Dolphins tag on my car. I watch the Dolphins. I watch the Dolphins like when I'm watching my son's t-ball team.
Yeah.
I'm just supporting, my kids. And then when I want to watch real football, I'll watch Green Bay or I'll watch the Eagles. Those are
Okay.
really the teams I
Okay.
follow.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's not okay. Why are you guys saying okay?
Every
Well,
year it's the same
When
thing.
you
It's
say,
like,
when you say
good.
Green Bay, you have
Could-
the
could
Eagles.
be-
though.
could be
no,
worse.
yeah, So every year it's the same thing.
are good.
No, every year it's the
Now
same
and
thing. This year we got Tua, so we're gonna go all the way, and we got it.
Yeah.
This year we got Jay, we're gonna go all the way. Every year it's the
Well,
same
they're
conversation.
6-3 this year, aren't they? So they're
Yeah.
doing okay. So
Yeah.
they're not doing too
Give
bad.
it
Hey,
till
listen,
midseason.
and the 3 losses we had, our starting quarterback was out.
Yeah, that's
with,
true.
Oh,
Concussion, right? He was out with concussion.
Exactly.
Right?
Well, that's because you
Thank you
shouldn't
for
let him.
following.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
I
how would it
appreciate
matter?
Because
it.
you shouldn't let him play on a concussion. That should be the point you extract.
Hey,
him
listen.
from the game.
He's a Dolphins fan. He wants to win at all
Yeah.
costs, right? So that's the way it goes.
It's not like we have a good
Listen,
backup.
the point
so.
is, when our starter's in there, we win.
Yeah.
That's it. Is that not fair?
No, it's fair.
Hey, I grew up. I grew up watching NFL in the '80s.
Okay.
And Mark Clayton, Super,
Oh, you
Super
love it.
Duper,
Yeah,
Dan
man.
Marino.
Yeah.
What a
Marx
you know,
Brothers.
Oh,
Yeah, man, I love
unbelievable! They were.
I love
That was a special
I
team.
love that. I actually got to meet when I was very young. I got to meet Mark Clayton, and I'm like, "You're the best," and he's like, "I know." He told me that. A 9-year-old. I know. I'm like, okay.
I mean, if you know, you know. All right, so let's get into. We have a series of questions, and then we have a game set up for you guys.
Okay.
So the lightning round questions. I want to jump to the first. I'm going to jump to number 3 here. Favorite ball player of all time, and it could be any sport that involves a ball. Let's go with the ball. So,
No, you go.
No, you go first.
You know what? We're gonna make this.
You know
interesting.
why?
I changed my
Because
mind.
he
I'll
works
go
with the
it, I'll go
team.
it,
Because
I'll
you
go
work
it.
with the team, you're going to piss
You know
off
what?
somebody.
You know what? So you guys don't get upset. Let's make this even easier.
Just say Magic Johnson.
No,
Is he
go
still-
favorite NFL player.
Yeah, I was going to go NFL.
Okay.
I'm a Falcons fan, and I was going to say I
Okay.
started watching it in the OOs.
Yeah.
So Michael Vick for me. With
See,
the way he
from
plays.
the Eagles, Michael Vick was my
Contentious.
No,
dude.
I know that's right.
Very
Yeah,
contentious.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
On
know.
the field.
No, on the field. I'm with
I
you
know.
as an Eagles fan. McNabb, Vick, I get it 100%.
And I don't mean he's the best player ever. I mean, as a kid growing up in that
Fun to
period,
watch.
I was like, this guy is.
Well, because he'd throw, he'd
Changing the
run.
game.
He was a fun guy to watch.
Yeah.
I'm with
Somewhere out there, a pit bull is just crying inside.
Oh.
you. No, he apologized. He apologized
Yeah,
for that.
this
we
is why I
we
wasn't
practiced
sure.
Oh, I
forgiveness.
said, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
But just he changed. When I was watching it, he was changing the game, so that's why I liked it.
All
Yeah,
right.
he was.
He never fulfilled.
absolutely was.
fulfilled.
No,
his
he never
potential.
fulfilled his potential.
Never,
No, he
never.
Not with
But he had an
Atlanta.
arm. He had an arm that
Oh,
went
is that-
across
he
the entire
could have-
Oh, my
field.
He
word.
could have been amazing.
Oh,
He,
man.
I think he must have had one of the fastest ball speed throws.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Had to.
Unbelievable.
No, I saw him live. Like against the Dolphins, unfortunately. If it makes
That'll
you feel
hurt.
better, we
That'll
actually
hurt.
won the game. But he actually rolling out from the 45 RN, throws it to the end zone, 5 yards deep, so 60 yards.
Yeah, it's
On
about
a
right.
Dime
Yeah.
for a touchdown on an out.
He was amazing.
It was crazy.
He used to
I
throw
saw
it.
it. I was like,
It didn't even go up and down. It just
No,
went
no, it went
straight.
straight.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
these line
He'd a
drives
fat-
across
he'd
the
a fat
field.
throw. He'd
It
a
was
real-
amazing.
And then the next
Oh, yeah.
play, he'd run the whole pitch.
Right.
Yeah,
It was
exactly.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so we have here next question, and we'll start.
Wait,
we'll
Ronan,
start.
we need
Oh no,
Ronan.
I'm sorry,
Wait.
Ronan. Yes,
We
yes,
have-
I
we have
apologize.
to-
I grew up in the 80s watching. About 85, I started watching football on
Dan
TV.
Marino. Dan Marino.
No, Dan
You're
was
not
special.
supposed to pepper the
Okay.
questions with answers, sir.
I'm not peppering.
Here's a good one for you, Danny. So, who did Dan Marino play against in the AFC East? Up in Boston at the time.
Back then.
That's a question for you.
Back then,
Bledsoe.
Back then in
Bledsoe.
85.
No, that's
Bledsoe was
later.
90s.
That's later. Yeah.
Scott Secules.
No.
Hey,
I actually got his shirt signed today and sent to me. A
Patriots
guy
and
called Steve Grogan. So
Wow.
Steve
yeah,
Grogan?
yeah.
We're pulling up the names.
out of.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
that's why you
Well,
got the
it's
shirt
funny.
signed.
People
Don't minimalize the.
well, no, but it's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because people say, "Why do you follow a sports team?" And there's a lot of psychology around the fact that actually you fall in love with a player,
That's what I
Right.
mean.
That's
Yes.
true.
Yeah.
and
That's what I'm
then
saying.
you follow
That's
that team.
absolutely. Yeah,
And
that's
I
true.
knew nothing about NFL when I started watching it, like we all did. But in Ireland in '85, I didn't know what a first down was, second down was. I didn't know any of the rules. But that Patriots team, they lost the Super Bowl to probably the greatest team of all time, the '85 Bears. But they
Which
basically,
lost to the Dolphins, by the way.
yeah, that was the only loss they had that season. Right?
There's not often
we
you
had
can
to stop
say
their
that.
undefeated season.
Yeah,
I'm just
absolutely.
saying.
But there's not often you can say that. I mean, that's not true. The Dolphins take the Patriots at least once a season.
Twice a season. Yeah.
Always at home too.
Yeah.
So
But my favorite player would be Tom Brady. I named my dog after him because I'm sorry
I'm the
that's boring.
same.
It's probably
I get it.
boring.
I get it.
I
No, you
get
get
it.
it. I get it.
I get it. But like also,
Yeah,
you
but
know what I mean?
when you follow a franchise that hasn't won anything for years,
Yeah.
and
And
Bledsoe,
then they start winning.
and Bledsoe,
Right.
Bledsoe comes. I was talking to Santana Moss about this yesterday. He was playing in the game where Bledsoe was injured
Oh,
in
really?
the Jets
Oh,
game,
wow.
right? And he said, well, that's the end of the game. Like Bledsoe's out, they're
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
lose. Tom Brady walked on, and the rest is history, right? So
yeah.
it's something special about the guy. And going to 45 is amazing.
No,
The
he's,
thing-
he's phenomenal.
The thing I think about Brady, you could split his career in half. Each half is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Oh
exactly.
yeah.
He's a double Hall of Famer.
He's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
That's what sports marketing guys do. They come
Yeah.
up with
Yeah.
facts like that.
Yeah.
So
No, this
that's
is
what
a
he
pretty-
does.
yeah,
We
exactly.
finally
Okay.
found out. Hey, we found
How
your.
comfortable are you with
we
the
found your
headset right
job.
now?
I'll look back on Monday.
That's awesome.
All right, and you guys have a phenomenal. So, are either of you responsible for the phenomenal amount of items you guys are auctioning off? This is sports
I'm
mem-
not our
You're going to
teammates.
take credit for this,
Yeah.
right?
See,
You're not-
this is one of the marketing rights that we get in our contract. We
Yeah.
have to use the best use for, and we use it for our foundation to try and raise money. So that's one of the things that we do.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome.
Justifying his
them.
job there a little bit.
Yeah. I feel like I'm under attack.
All right. So that did you see the sports memorabilia they have in the auction set? It is in the Solutions Pavilion. It is phenomenal.
Yeah, there's a lot
It's a bigger booth than most of the other booths.
Yeah,
it is ridiculous. Next to the electronic racing, the racing game.
Simulator.
Yeah, very cool. So what's your favorite piece of memorabilia there?
No.
I thought the Tom Brady back in his hat was pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's
That's
a lot of
pretty
Liverpool
dope.
stuff up there as well. So like Liverpool is one of our biggest teams that we have, and
Okay.
I think the stuff up there I think is from their title winning season. So like it's rare. It's rare
Okay.
stuff. They've only won one the last long years.
Thanks,
so.
Chris.
You had to point that out.
Yeah.
You had to,
Again, what's
And it's going to be a while
Yeah.
again. So
It's okay. This is recorded. It's on YouTube and Facebook. So, you can always go back to this moment. So, all right. So, second question on the lightning round: climb a mountain or jump from a plane? We'll start with you first.
Time and mountain.
For sure.
Yeah,
That's the
100%.
thing. Okay.
So I get the choice to do either.
Either one. Yeah.
I'll jump out of a plane.
Have either of you guys done either
I've
one of
done
those?
both,
You've
but-
done both. You're like, yeah, I'm the sports guy. Yeah. I can do it all.
But either jumping out of planes like a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah, I've done a bungee
Yeah.
jump. It's quite
Yeah,
similar.
it's very similar. Yeah.
But I climb a mountain, definitely.
I
I let my feet on the ground. No, I don't.
No, I
I
jump
don't
out of
trust
planes.
anything up that high. So.
I'd do it again.
What's the tallest mountain you've climbed?
In the UK, there's Ben Nevis. That's
Okay.
pretty tall. What about you?
Yeah, I've done Ben Nevis as well. I did a mountain in France as well called Brevant, which is near Mont Blanc. So
Okay.
that's pretty high as well.
Well, as Miami natives, we don't have mountains.
We have trash. We have
So-
trash. Like,
Yeah, we have trash heaps.
yeah. We have Mount Trashmore, which is basically a
Mount
landfill. It's
They just throw trash
It
in there and
counts.
burn it. America.
All right. So we have a game here. We have a game here called Who's Worth More Sports Edition. And since, you guys should be very adept at this. Did we leave? Oh, we left on Magic Johnson. I wasn't sure we were going to do this.
That's a question. That
Is
a
he still
question.
here? Before we continue?
Simon ran off to go to the bathroom. So,
Yeah, that's a good
did
one.
he? He's like, Magic Johnson, take a picture
all
with me.
right. So, Magic Johnson or Messi? Who are we?
I'd have to go Magic just because he's
Yeah.
older. He's done the business side of it as well.
He's had a longer career.
Yeah,
He's-
Messi's
Longer
just-
tenure.
Messi's made a lot of money, but he's still half the age of him.
Right.
So,
Right.
And Magic's he shared a couple of figures on his businesses today.
yeah, which were crazy
So,
numbers. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
Hey,
Maybe
Simon,
we
did you
should've
get that
done
picture
this-
with Magic Johnson yet or no?
You can take a picture right here. You'll be like,
Just do it.
maybe we should have done this with people not giving speeches today. Maybe we should, you know what I mean?
All right, so you're saying that Magic Johnson
Yeah,
worth
yeah,
more.
definitely.
All right,
Pretty
so we're gonna
unanimous
start
here.
with
Yep.
Messi then.
Yeah, easy Magic.
Woo!
He's not
Easy,
poor,
man.
That's a big
Yeah.
number. That's
Yeah.
a ooh. That is. I like that. I can see it here. This is a lot closer than I thought it would have
All
been.
right.
Oh,
Damn.
wow. I thought
Right.
it'd be a
Oh, no,
lot more.
I
Wow,
was-
that is like
At least we got it
Yeah.
right.
That's what I'm saying.
year
That-
by year. That's actually pretty good.
Oh, yeah, he'll double it by the time he
yeah. Wow.
if he wants to.
I would have said over $1 billion for Magic. for
I'm
sure.
in.
Right.
I would have thought the same. Definitely.
Magic, step it up, man. Now,
All right, before he gets here, move. Next
Messi,
one.
Yeah.
Messi doesn't pay his taxes. Though,
Yeah.
so
There you
that's
go.
true. That's true.
Magic's gonna come knock on the glass. Like, what the hell? No. All right.
Floyd's a
That
tiger.
is a great
Oh,
question.
So we have
really?
Tiger
That's
and
a-
Mayweather.
That is a great
Oh.
question.
Ah, I
I,
think
I, I,
Tiger.
I, yeah, I'm going
Go
to Tiger
job.
as well.
Tiger's
that's
got-
a good
Tiger,
one.
Tiger's my first.
Tiger's got Nike.
I don't know.
He
Mayweather
plays
gets into
more-
so much stuff.
He plays
But
more
he like
tournaments.
fights for
Yeah.
like 10 million
He
for
is the
nothing.
money man, isn't he? So
Yeah, they fight
Money
every-
maker.
You got the
What,
money,
3 times a
man,
year,
and
no?
he goes up and down though. He's not like consistent.
It's money maker.
money maker.
Yeah, Floyd money maker.
So-
Weather.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
his
go
name.
with-
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna go with Mayweather.
And
He's in so
he's-
much
he's-
stuff.
He's doing promotions now as well.
Yeah.
right?
I'm
So
going
he's.
Tiger.
All right, you guys need to collaborate.
Oh, we got to go together.
I think. My
Well, basically, whoever you choose, we're
Well,
gonna pick the opposite.
I think at this
So,
point we need like some like declarations. Does Acronis represent either of these?
I know that Tiger was doing about 100 million a year in his prime.
He
right?
was
So
the highest paid athlete for a
Yeah,
while.
yeah. So let's go
Probably
Tiger.
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 all right. So Floyd Mayweather.
450.
Wow, I would have thought it would have been more.
Oh.
Gotta be
I
honest.
mean, it's not Magic Johnson money, but I was
Wow,
off
there you
base.
go.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Okay.
All right, Tiger.
Nice.
All
That is
right.
impressive.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
Now, how much of that is going to his exes?
that is awesome. All right, gentlemen. Before we let you go, any final thoughts you want to give to the YouTube audience watching this and all the other fun things? Anything fun coming up?
I just wanted to say that sports marketing people get a hard rap in life, right? And
You're not naming
you
anybody
know,
particular.
no,
You're
they do work. They do
Yeah,
work.
we
That's
do.
all I'm going to say. And I'm
just
gonna,
in general, just not anybody named Chris, just in general,
Yeah.
sports people.
and I'm going to go and see Mount Trashmore tomorrow. That's what I want to leave everybody with.
Awesome.
You know,
Are you
so-
going to climb it though?
Oh well, it doesn't sound like it's climbable.
No, you don't want to. Chris?
Yeah. Like he says, sport people don't do that much work, but we do a bit of work. But we work across the regions and across.
Yeah.
I get to work with people like Ronan and Pat Hurley. You probably
Yep.
do. Great guys. So I like it when I come to events like this and get to do cool stuff with these guys.
Nice.
That's awesome, man.
Well, gentlemen, thank you so
No,
much.
thank
Thank
you.
you for having us.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Are
you.
you guys going to be going
Thank you very
to
much.
IT Nation after this, or are you going to just rest?
I think it's cancelled.
the weather.
Is it?
It's cancelled.
I mean,
The weather's cancelled.
No, it's still going on, but
Is
yeah,
Is it okay?
those
Yeah.
party buses that you guys are shipping over there should
So
be
if it's
interesting.
not canceled, will you guys be there?
no, I'm
Okay.
heading out. I'm heading out.
All right.
You're going to be playing sports. They're
There's
gonna-
no sport guy there, so yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Take
you
care.
very much.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
All
Take
right,
care.
guys. Have a good one.
All right, I think that's a wrap for an excellent tech bar. What do you think, Danny?
I think that's pretty much it.
That's pretty awesome. Don't forget, we will be, thank you, gentlemen. We will be doing this again tomorrow live at IT Nation. We will be doing this. What time are we doing it? 9 to 10:30 tomorrow, 9 to 10:30 Eastern. We will be having a blast. We expect to see you there too. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Super Cousin Danny.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, like, subscribe, and raise Super Cousin Danny. Make
no,
it happen.
no. All right. Let's do that. Bye,
Cut,
guys.
cut
Bye,
it,
bye, bye.
cut
bye.
it.
Cut.